Okay, now we'll see what is equipotential line. So this is the line along which the velocity potential function is constant. Okay, and imagine phi is a constant and d phi will be equal to 0. So in the equipotential line, the velocity potential function is equal to a constant. And imagine a velocity potential function phi equal to f of x comma y. So how to differentiate d phi? D phi will be equal to, it is a function of both x and y. So we will take the partial differentiation. So that is dou phi by dou x into dx plus dou phi by dou y into dy. So what is dou phi by dou x? It is the negative derivative of dou phi by dou x will give you the velocity in that direction. So it will be, this is equal to minus u dx plus, here it is dou phi by dou y is minus v. So minus v into dy. And here you know that in the equipotential line d phi equal to 0. So substituting the value of 0 here, the equation will become v dy is equal to minus u dx. Okay, so you take the slope, that is dy by dx. Okay, it is the slope of that equipotential line. It is equal to minus u by v. Okay, the next one is line of constant stream function. So this is the line along which the stream function, that is psi value is a constant. So psi equal to constant. So d psi equal to 0. Psi equal to f of xy. Imagine psi is a function of both x and y. So differentiating with respect this particular stream function. So d psi will be equal to dou psi by dou x into dx plus dou psi by dou y into dy. Okay. So what is dou psi by dou x? It is v. Here dx plus dou psi by dou y, that is minus u into dy. This we have seen in the before videos, and here we are substituting these values here, and you know that d psi value is equal to 0 for the line of constant stream function, and so it will be when we substitute 0 here, the equation will become like this. So here from this we are finding out the slope, that is dy by dx, it is equal to v by u. Okay, so this is v by u. You see here, for the equipotential line, the slope is minus u by v, and for the line of constant stream function, dy by dx slope is equal to v by u. So what does that mean? These two lines are mutually perpendicular to each other. You take the slope, it is see, you can see that from this you can understand that it is mutually perpendicular to each other. You see, the product of the slope of stream line and the equipotential line at the point of intersection is equal to minus 1. So these two lines are orthogonal, okay, at all points of intersection. Okay, so this is all about the line of constant stream function and with the equipotential line. Okay, so here we'll see one example. A fluid flow is given by so and so, and state whether the flow is rotational or irrotational. Okay, so we have taken the equation given, that is capital V is equal to 8x cube I minus 10x square y j. Okay, so in this it is small u is 8x cube and small v is minus 10x square y. And what is the equation? So here you can see it is a function of x and y. So it will if it is a rotational one, there will be a rotational component about z axis. Okay, so you have to take omega z, and you know the equation for omega z, that is half dou v by dou x minus dou u by dou y. So differentiating this these u and y, v with respect to dou x and dou y, here you will see it is half of minus 20xy. See here dou v by dou x is minus 20x into y minus dou u by dou y. There is no y term here, so it will be 0. So here minus 0. So here it is minus 10xy. See, you know that there is a value here, it is not equal to 0, which means that it is a case of an case of a rotational flow. Why? Because the value of rotational component is not equal to 0. Okay, I think this is clear to you. Thank you. We'll see types of flow pattern. In that, first one is a streamline. So streamline is nothing but it's an imaginary line drawn in a flow field. Okay, so suppose this is the flow direction. This is a flow direction. So we are drawing the imaginary lines along the flow direction, and if you have to find out the direction of velocity at a particular point, suppose it is A, you draw a tangent which will give you the velocity or direction of velocity at that point or at that instant. Okay, suppose if you want to find the velocity at this point, what should we do? You just draw a tangent here, this which will give you the direction of velocity at that particular point. And there are certain properties for streamlines. That is, first one is streamlines do not cross with each other. See, this is a parallel. This will be parallel to each other, and no discharge occurs across the streamlines. Okay, it is parallel. The discharge occurs along the streamline, not across the streamline. Third one is the spacing between the streamlines varies inversely with the velocity. Okay, so these are the three properties of the streamlines. Second one is a stream tube. Suppose see, this is a case of a three-dimensional. It is a flow field will be a case of 3 dimensions. So if you collect all the streamlines in the stream in that particular flow field, if you group it, it will form an imaginary tube. See, you can imagine it is a 3 dimension. It's an imaginary tube, and it is known as a stream tube. And the third one, it is a path line. Path line is nothing but you take a point in the flow field. You take one point here. Okay, so it is a path followed by this particular point at different time. And here you can see, let P1 be the position of the particle at time T2. Sorry, T1. So what is that? What is the position of the point at after the 1 second after T1? It will be this. Okay, so you are tracing the path followed by this particular point at different timing, and you are drawing the path. So that is known as the path line. So it is the path followed by a single fluid particle, and we are tracing the path. So that is known as a path line. Okay, the fourth one, it is streak line. Streak line, it is a curved or a line which gives the instantaneous picture of the position or location of all fluid particles that have passed through a prescribed or chosen point in the flow field. So it is a curve or a line which gives an instantaneous picture of the position or location of all the fluid particles. Suppose this is imagine a chimney like this. Okay, you are taking a picture of that particular situation. So this is the smoke, and you are taking the photograph of that at a particular instant. Okay, so then you will see a curve. How this particular fluid particles are moving, you will get the idea. Okay, so it is like collection of different points in that particular flow field. Okay, so you will get the curve or line or line of that line of movement of that particular fluid particles at a particular instant. So that is why I have said you are taking a photo. So you are getting what is the path traced by or path followed by that particular flow field at that instant. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. These are the different types of flow patterns. Okay.